How much time, money, and energy have you burned trying to write the perfect good morning text? How many times have you gone out of your way, bought the flowers, or bent over backward just to make her smile? And guess what? It didn't work. You did everything right, but she still felt distant. Here's the tough truth nobody wants to tell you. All that stuff, all that effort, it is just noise. It gets you a little bit of attention. But attention isn't attraction, and attraction is definitely not love. The fact is, women only fall in love with you for two core reasons. Just two. Once you understand them, you'll stop chasing, you'll stop guessing, and you'll start carrying yourself like the guy who gets chosen without begging for attention. Look, so many good guys spend years in relationships pouring out their entire energy, only to realize the woman was never actually in love with them. She might have liked the benefits, the attention, maybe even the lifestyle you provided, but deep down, she wasn't invested. And that kind of relationship will absolutely drain you. This video isn't about blaming anyone. It's about protecting you from wasting years chasing something that was never real. I'm going to break down these two reasons right now, and I promise you, this will change how you view dating and relationships forever. Reason 1. The foundation. Reason number 1. Your personality. Specifically, your emotional stability. This might sting a little because most guys don't want to hear it. If you think women fall in love with your money, your looks, or your great outfit, you are setting yourself up for pain. Those things are just the front door, not the foundation. Guys mess this up because they confuse confidence with cockiness. They think being the man means acting tough, flexing cash, or dominating every situation. Women might play along for a while, but that is not what makes them stay. What women truly crave is a man who is calm under pressure, a man who doesn't lose control when things get rough, a guy who doesn't let his whole day collapse because she didn't text back in 5 minutes. Be honest. How many times have you overreacted? She pulled away a little and you started panicking, blowing up her phone, thinking you were losing her. When you lose emotional control, she loses trust in you. She doesn't feel safe in your presence. And trust me on this, a woman will never fall in love with a man she does not feel safe around. Now, flip the script. Imagine you're the guy who doesn't flinch. She's upset, you stay calm. Something goes wrong. You look for solutions instead of spiraling. She tests you, and you respond with humor and composure instead of anger. That's the man she can lean on. Security is what allows attraction to grow into deep love. Here's the second fatal flaw in Reason 1. Too many men make the woman their main mission in life. They wake up thinking about her, not their goals. They're scrolling her social media, not building their business. They are desperate for her validation instead of validating themselves through their purpose and progress. Why doesn't she respect that? Because women instinctively know a man with no direction cannot lead. And if she can't respect you, she cannot fall in love with you. The fix is simple, but not easy. Stop making the woman your mission. Start building yourself into a man with purpose. Live a life that excites you, with or without her. When your focus is on your goals, everything changes. Confidence becomes natural. Leadership flows effortlessly. It's not about being the smoothest talker. It's about the energy you carry, the calm you project, and the direction you're moving in. So, if she met you today, would she feel like she just stepped into the presence of a man with a mission, or a guy who is trying way too hard to impress her? The answer determines whether she gives you her attention for a night or her heart for a lifetime. Now, let's talk about the second reason. This is the hidden force, and honestly, it's even more powerful than personality alone. Reason 2. Her investment. Reason number 2. Her emotional investment in you. I'm not talking about money here. I'm talking about time, energy, and emotions. There is a psychological truth that never fails. People value what they invest in. If she has barely invested anything into you, she can walk away without looking back. But if she's poured her emotions, time, and energy into you, leaving feels like ripping a piece of herself out. The guy's mistake. We do all the investing. You're planning all the dates, buying all the gifts, constantly rearranging your schedule, and she just shows up. She doesn't value you the same way because she hasn't sacrificed anything. Her attachment will always be weak. How do you flip the script? Simple. You create space for her to invest. You don't carry the entire relationship on your shoulders. You let her contribute. That can be as simple as her planning the next date, checking in on you when you're busy, or genuinely supporting your goals without you having to beg for it. When a woman invests in you, she's not just proving her loyalty, she's building her own emotional bond. She's wiring her brain to associate her time, her energy, and her care with you. That's what makes her love run deep. So, here's the final question. Are you letting women invest in you, or are you trying to buy their love with your effort? Combine that emotional stability with her emotional investment. That is the difference between being the guy she forgets and the man she never lets go of. See you in the next one.